All right, guys, Shotty T here. We got another video. We're about less than 20 minutes before reset for a new versus week. Let me go ahead and apply for this buff to be ready in position so I can collect these resources. And I do have troops to train too. So we got quite a bit of stuff on the to-do list before I go to bed. I'm probably going to do a day in the life of Rashad video, kind of give you an idea of my routine, because there's a lot of stuff to do in the game with more and more stuff being added. But that said, just got home. We're ready to go. And I'm going to talk about this McGregor exclusive weapon and whether or not it's worth it. So as you can see, I have not purchased it yet. There's a lot of discipline by me, because normally by now I would have purchased an exclusive weapon by now, because I've done it with every other hero to this point. So what we're going to do first, we're going to look at McGregor's basic abilities before we look at that compared to the exclusive weapon. So let's go here. All right. And let's go straight to the skills. So starting with this first skill, which is basic. Usually the one in the upper left corner is like basic stuff, nothing special. So attack with machine gun, each hit dealing physical damage. So, and it scales based off the number of stars that he has, and the higher the skill level that you do there. So that's okay. And then the bottom left hand corner, it's like a passive, reduce all damage taken in battle by a certain percent. Again, depending on how many stars you have and how high the skill level is. And the higher the stars, the more it unlocks more levels that you can go higher and higher and higher. And as you can see, the maximum I can take him is to level 30. And again, all this does is just make him more tanky the higher the level goes. Okay. And let's go to the upper. Let's go to this one first. This hero, HP, attack and defense 20% respectively. Cooldown, skill cooldown period by 10%. I think that's the case for a lot of heroes that are at max level, because it's only one level. So anytime a hero gets at 5 stars, let's just look at this for example. Yeah, it's the same thing. So nothing special there on the bottom right hand corner. All right, but let's look at the upper right, because that's going to be the key one. That's going to be the difference between the basic skill set and the exclusive weapon. So let's look at this here. So, and again, this is based off how many stars he has. So all those bullet points you see on that in that green area there, if he's at 1 star, you get additional 2%, 2 stars, and going on all the way down. But by default, he prioritizes taunting 2 front enemies. So it's just front row champs, unfortunately. Reducing their attack by 15%. And what the taunt does, it basically targets him. It allows them to target him only. So what that does on one end, it helps the rest of your team. He kind of like is taking one for the team basically. He's like, hey, attack me, I'm the guy you go after. All right, but and then while you're attacking me, I'm gonna reduce your attack, so you're not gonna hurt me as much. Ha 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 ha. Hit me, basically. That's what it's doing. And then of course, obviously, if you get them up to 4 stars, then that gets the target to 4 people. So now you got 4 people attacking you. So attacking him, which includes the back row units, which are heavier hitters. But it does, as you get higher stars, of course, you add to the attack reduction for the opponent. And then, of course, the higher you put the skill level here, the more you reduce their attack. So it's like, hey, hit me. I'm going to be the sacrificial lamb here for the team. Try to last as long as possible while the rest of the team get their licks in. So that's the double-edged sword for him. And overall, if you compare him to the other legendary heroes, he's probably the second worst one, or he might be the worst one, especially after Swift got his upgrade. But because before that, Swift was probably one of the worst ones. All right, and then the rest of these pretty much they all have their uses. Now we're not counting Scarlet, Violet, or Mason because normally they're purple champs to start, but when you get during seasons, they have a chance to be converted. So we're just talking about the first 15 heroes. These are all the legendary heroes in the game. And currently I would rank McGregor at the bottom or right near the bottom. All right, but right now I would rank him at the bottom because I think Adam is a better defender than him. But unfortunately, Adam's exclusive weapon is not here yet. So looks like it might demote Adam a little bit. But let's compare that to the exclusive weapon. So when I did this video before, I was in the wrong area to search for it. So you have to go here, hit that little magnifying glass, and we get a chance to see what it looks like with it. It got a cool little graphics. Got this little bulldozer looking icon that's got a little Transformers action to it there. There we go. Bam, a little Megazord Power Rangers looking thing. All right, and that's the basic. That's level 10, and that's level 20. So, yeah, but I'm not going to see level 30 anytime soon. But it's just cool to look at, though. It's very cool to look at. All right, so let's look at the skill difference. So we saw the skill before, but this is with the exclusive weapon. So from the jump, and this is when you first unlock his secret weapon. All right, prioritize attacking a random front row enemy unit, dealing physical damage equal to 128.30% of their attack, and applying 1 stack of Fury. So it has it highlighted. So let's see what Fury is defined as. Let's click on it. So Fury, it increases damage taken over time by 20%, and it reduces the attack by 2.5%, stacks up to 5 times. Okay, so, all right, so obviously McGregor doesn't deal damage over time, but there are other heroes that do have damage over time in that same class. All right, and you do have energy damage with him, but let's see, inducive current deals continuous enemy energy damage 3%. All right, so that's what that does. All right, for him, and then for Swift, burning damage, continuous physical damage equal to 10% of his attack lasting 10 seconds. So basically, McGregor, it helped just unlocking his exclusive weapon alone helps out your best attackers for the missile side. It helps Swift and it helps Tesla. Okay, so when you apply that Fury to a random front row unit. So again, just a front row unit, but again, in order to get to the back row, you have to be able to deal more damage to the front row to get to the back, because you do have, obviously you should be able to get to the point where you can attack back row units with your skill set, but you still want to get through those tanks. So let's look through the next one. So the next one, all right, taunts for random enemy units. So pretty much all but one of the opposing opponent. All right, prioritizing the back row. So more than likely it's gonna do it to all 3 of the back row units. Reducing their attack by 12% and applying 1 stack of Fury. So that same thing that helps out Tesla and Swift. So let's look at taunt. Let's see what that's defined as. It seems pretty straightforward, but let's see. Taunted units will prioritize auto attacking McGregor. So it's kind of like that original skill set. Hey, hit me. Hey, hit me. So not only do you have the default 15% where I have my current mastery level with him, then you add another 12% reduction. So again, it's putting more target on him. All right, when you get him to level 10, because this is when you get to level 10 for him. So yeah, again, it's double-edged, but it helps your other team. So, and I think there's a way to work around this, but we're gonna see. Now this obviously is pretty straightforward. This is every exclusive weapon for everybody Anytime you get them to level 20, it increases attack, health, and defense by that particular class by 7.5%. So nothing special there. Now, level 30, though, again, I'm not going to get to level 30 with him anytime soon. I still don't have Kimberly at level 30, so I'm not even thinking about this right now. All right, so after using his tactics, McGregor enters ironclad mode. So now he's like got a little extra layer of armor, reducing all damage taken by 5%. So this hero's attack speed decreases by 25% while each shot fires 2 shells. So you're saying, like, why do we want his attack speed to decrease by 25%? Well, because I had to kind of put my head around this. Like, why would you do that? Well, what it does is that whenever you, again, when you taunt, you're less likely to taunt your opponent if you have fewer attacks. So that means they're not attacking him as much. All right. But at the same time, these other skills do still taunt. So it's basically just making him like a sacrificial lamb for the whole team. So it's like, it doesn't do anything for him. It just makes him a bigger target. And obviously you have to be willing to invest in this guy. Now, when you get to the end game, it's going to be important to have a strong missile class, because I'm starting to see the strength of the missiles. Like, I've had some arena matchups where my missile team was the same power, like 30 million. I think my missile team is like at 31 million, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just go back. Let me just check and see real quick. I think it's 31 million. Yeah, 31.74. I've had situations where I've had my missile unit go up against someone else's tank. And remember, tanks outpower missiles. But I've had the same power, 31 million versus 31 million, and I've had my missile team beat the tanks. And you know why? It's because of this guy right here. I think hands down, he's probably the best attacker in the game. He's just a part of a weaker class, but the class is starting to get stronger when you added the exclusive weapon for Swift, which is pretty cool. And it also, now you have McGregor. So now you have 3 heroes with exclusive weapons with Swift, Tesla, and McGregor. So is it worth doing in the long term? Yes. Will you be able to eventually get it if you're free to play? Probably, because again, we talked about this with the black market. You'll be able to buy character specific shards or exclusive weapons, but you need 50 in order to unlock them. Like, in order for me to unlock him, I have to get 50 of them. Now, there are some whales that I've seen that are already at level 30, man, which is crazy. You know how many shards that takes to get them to level 30? So it's ridiculous that you got people that are already there, and he's only been in the game for like less than a week in this exclusive weapon. So, but yeah, so that's why I'm debating. I'm like, for the sake of the content, I might get them, because again, I try to put more content out there to kind of show you guys what stuff does. So unfortunately, it's kind of investing in my account, so to speak, to get more views, because I can make up $20, I guess, off of YouTube income. So, but yeah, so that's the thing about it. Like, would you do it? If you have already done it, have you seen a difference in your attack unit? Now, I know you guys saw something there. I did have an attack on the front row. I'm gonna do a separate video probably this week, because I got quite a few videos I'm gonna put out this week. 2 of them are gonna be, I'm gonna do a research one that I talked about, and then I'm gonna do another one about putting your lineup together. Because I did a video before about champions that are ranked, and I probably have to do a revisit of that too, especially these exclusive weapon. Might have to re-tier these heroes with these exclusive weapons. But yeah, guys, what do you think about that? It's very double-edged, but there's some pros, some cons. I think the pros do outweigh the cons, but missile is my least invested class at the moment. It's aircraft right now, and then tank. So, but you want to be balanced in the game. I get it. But yeah, that'll do it. We are about to start versus in about 2 minutes. But like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.